Hi, I'm Vivika Denegre with Quilting Arts Magazine. I am so excited to be here with Kelly Laws from the Baby Lock Marketing Department, and we're talking about their new Longarm machine called the Regent.
So this is the Regent machine, an 18-inch sit-down or stand-up long-arm machine. So you can have it sitting like we are here, or you can also stand and adjust. The table adjusts even for really tall people. So you can stand if you want to.
That's great because sometimes I like standing up when I sew. That's good to know. So it's 18-inch deep. How big of a quilt could you do on this?
On this one, you can do all the way up to a king-size quilt. You just roll it. This is a perfect table and space and size for small quilts, all the way up to the large quilts, but doesn't require the quilter to need a large room to hold it.
Excellent.
So the table itself is very portable, lightweight. It has casters that are available so you can move it around, and you can even order table extensions. So if you want to make the table even a little bigger, you can add 18 inches to either side.
And that helps hold the quilt, makes it easier on your shoulders.
So if you do a lot of those king-size quilts, you can have a little bit bigger table.
Let's get it moving. Show me what it does. Oh, it's so quiet. I didn't expect that with a long arm machine like that.
So this machine has manual mode and has stitch regulation. And we have precision and we have cruise mode.
What's the difference between precision and cruise?
So with precision and cruise, on one of them your needle is continually moving up and down, and the other one the needle stops when you stop. They're both different types of regulated stitching so that you just have the preference you prefer. Some quilters like the needle to stop every time their hands stop. Sometimes you like the needle to keep going as you turn the corner.
Right. So there's stitch regulation on this machine.
Absolutely, stitch regulation. So manual mode does not use a stitch regulation. So if you're used to not having a stitch regulated machine, or you're doing some sort of decorative technique that you don't want the manual, you can have the option to turn it off. Or your stitch regulation, you can turn that on, and then it keeps all your nice stitches smooth and even, which is perfect for someone who's beginning quilting, learning to free motion, and maybe can't keep their stitches exactly even, but wants to have that professional finish.
You're describing me right now. It's always tough when you're a beginner, and I assume this is a great machine to start on, and just because it's the same action as when you're in your home machine. This is
the perfect machine to transition from your standard home machine to a big long arm. It is a big long arm itself. It's 18 inches, but before you go to a big frame that maybe you need a whole room to hold, this is perfect for people with a townhome, maybe a spare bedroom, a limited quilting space, or they are used to the same motion that they do with their domestic machine.
Right. Well, why don't you show me a little bit more?
Okay. And the machine has a lot of different benefits on it. You can adjust whether you want the needle to stop with it up or down. You can save preset speeds that you'd like to do. You can save your bobbin amount, so the amount of yardage you keep in different bobbins if you have different types of thread you like to use. It shows you tension settings for different threads so that you can always, make sure that your tensions are set nice and evenly depending on what threads you use.
Right.
And I'm just playing here. It's just like drawing on paper.
Moving the paper instead of moving the pen.
Right.
Yeah. Now, one thing I love is that it's so clear. I can really see what I'm doing. Is that because of the lighting?
Oh, it's got amazing lighting. So you've got a nice U-shaped lighting around the needle space, and then you've got lighting for the throat space.
Yeah,
so you get a nice clear space to see exactly where you're going and where you're doing on all your fabrics, which is especially good if you're doing stitching on dark fabrics. They're sometimes often hard to see.
Really hard to see. Yeah.
So on the stitch regulation, I also wanted to show you how this also the fabric glides and smooths across here in the stitches.
Where is it finding that?
So your table itself has a beautiful, nice, clean surface that has a glide to it. So you don't need any additional overlays or glides to make that. And then Your actual stitch regulation is sensors that are built in directly to the table. So those, if I move the fabric, you can see are right here in the
Oh, I
table
see
right
that,
next
yeah.
to. So the machine and the table actually knows when you're moving the fabric. So it does all that thinking for you. So you can just enjoy the time quilting.
So, as someone just starting out, can you tell me a little bit about the interface?
Sure. The screen has very easy to read icons. We've got very simple push buttons. It is a touch screen. So you've got little icons like this is just your needle.
Needle up and down.
Needle up and down. This is your bobbin and your tension settings. Like I told you, there was a number. And then you have your manual and your regulated modes, which are just changed with a simple tap of the
That
button.
is so easy. Can I try it?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, Kelly, this is so much fun. I have a
told you
quilt
you
in
could
my
do it.
wall that I need to finish right now, and this would make it so much easier. Thank you so much.
You're
Oh, I
welcome.
can't wait to try this more. This was just a blast. Now, the last question, of course, is where can I get one of these?
So for the Regent, you can go to your babylock.com and there is a retailer locator. Just enter your zip code and it'll tell you all the Baby Lock retailers in your area. Just check with your local retailer. They will be able to help you right away.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What a joy to do.
Keep playing. You're doing
I will.
great.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to write my name next.